Welcome to Dolls Collect, where we collect all your problems and we fix one problem after the other. If you're here, it could be a good thing, especially if you're strong-willed and strong-minded. If you're ready to say, forget all these problems I'm having, I'm gonna be strong and I'm gonna push through, then this is the place for you, where we don't play, we don't baby. You heard of soft parenting? This is hard parenting, okay? So let's get into it. Today we're gonna be talking about abuse, and how you can find out if somebody is abusive. One thing I do to know if somebody's abusive or not is, one, I study them. I study the way they move, the walk, the way they talk to their friends, the way they do things with other people, and I realize if the stuff that you're doing is not what I'm comfortable with, I just let them go right away. No questions about it. But so these are the little things that I do to prevent something like that from even coming into my circle, into my space. And a lot of people find themselves in this situation because they miss the first step. And the first step is to simply just study people. Once you study them and you realize, okay, I heard this guy talking to this person in a harsh tone. Maybe there's a little key there that will tell you, you know what? That's not a person to play with. Or maybe they kind of said something to you about your mother or your family member that you were like, hey, red flag. That's another step that you should know that, you know what? This person's not for me. Or maybe they talked to your friend or something and it was not the way it should have went. Another red flag. Get yourself out. The sooner you do, the better for you. And the better for the people around you, because honey, we are tired of telling you to let the person go. Most people, what they tend to do is, most abusive people, I should say, what they tend to do is they will test you. And the test is, let me see if I throw my hand at this person and they catch it and they accept it, I can continue doing this. And then it becomes a repetitive, abusive situation. So what you need to do is, to prevent this from even happening, is once they try to test you and they throw their hand and you realize that's not what you want, you stop it right away. Before they throw that hand, you better be dodging that. You better duck. Once they throw that hand at you and you accept it and you just say, ow, oh my gosh, he's hitting me, he's gonna continue doing it. What you need to do is do not allow this to happen. Your first step is make sure he does not even get to touch you. Because once he touches you, that's it. Or once she touches you, that's it. So prevention is key. You need to prevent it from happening the first time. If it happens the first time, it's gonna happen the second time, and it's gonna happen the third time, and it's gonna happen the fourth time, it's gonna happen and happen and happen and happen. And you do not want that. So what we're gonna do is prevent it. Your first step was to what? First step is to study. Once you study the person, you realize that you don't like the way they're moving, the way they're talking, the way they're doing things, you let them go. But then if you study them and you still don't pick up those signs, and then one day they decide to wake up and say, I'm gonna test this person, and they test you and they throw that hand, duck, dodge, do whatever you need to do to prevent that hand from touching you. Once you do that, you're in the clear. But once you allow all these things to happen, that means it's gonna continue happening, and you don't want that. You don't want that in your life. Heck, you need to tell yourself, I'm beautiful, my skin is flawless, I do not want no one touching me, I do not want anybody in my space that's gonna bring negativeness into my space. Some people bring these people into your life and they knew about your past and they think that this person has changed. Some people change, but you don't want to be the one to deal with that change. Let that next person deal with that problem. Let it be someone else's problem. Let someone else deal with that. You're not Captain Save a person. Let someone else deal with that problem. It's not for you. Let it go. I'm just saying, what you need to do is protect your energy, protect yourself from all these bad people or all this abusiveness. And mind you, it's not just physical. We're talking about verbal abuse too. People that are verbally abusive tend to prey on your brain and your mind and make you feel so little. Is that what you want? We don't want to feel little. We want to feel big. We want to be big. We want to be huge, bigger than life, right? You only live once. So you have to let this thing work for you. You have to let this thing called life work for you. You have to be happy. The first step into knowing yourself is knowing what makes you happy and following through with what makes you happy. You know, like, I just don't know how to express this anymore, but sometimes you just gotta let life take its course and get negative stuff. Anything that you see that's negative, it's like putting apples together or putting oranges together. Once you see there's one orange in there that's bad, you're gonna take it out, right? All right, so if you're bringing people around you and you see that you're negative and you're gonna bring negative energy to you, once you see that coming, you take it out. It's just that simple. You take that person out because you don't want to be dealing with this. Listen to me, there's some people out there that love drama. They love the drama. They love to get into drama. They love it. They crave. They beg for it. If you're that type of person and you love that drama, you want that oh my God, he hit me and he loves me and you know, so we don't want to be that. We don't want to be that person that say, oh, I think he loves me because he hit me and he's yelling at me and oh my gosh. I'm like, no, we don't want that. I do not need no one hitting me. I do not need no one yelling at me. I do not need anybody bringing negativity around me. And some people bring this thing around your kids. I just don't get it. Why would you want bad energy around your child? You are dealing with it and then you're bringing it to some innocent person that don't even know how to defend themselves, and you're seeing this bad energy. Imagine how that's gonna affect the child as they grow up. It's just not the right way to go about it. So if you see negativity coming around you or bad energy coming around you, you let it go. You stop it before it even happens. And that's all I can tell you. You stop it before it can happen. You study the person. You realize that the person is giving out some weird vibes, weird energy. You let them go quick. There's millions and trillions of people on this earth. I'm sure you can find another person. Don't let this one person be the one to say, oh, I love you, and prey on your brain and make you feel so small that you feel like you need them. Because that's another problem. When people act like you need them, it brings you down. It makes you smaller than you are, and then you're always dependent on them. Even if they're not giving you anything that's positive, even if they're not giving you anything that's tangible for you to say, oh yeah, at least I'm getting this from this person. They bring you down, and you don't want that. We don't want that energy. We want to be happy. Happy is the way to go. I want to be happy all the time. I want to wake up and look at the sun, smell the fresh air, and be like, today is a good day. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be ecstatic. I'm gonna have the best day of my life. I do not need negative around me. Some people wake up and they're just sad because the person that they're laying beside is giving them all these weird vibes and all this negativity, and they don't know if they want to be around them or they should be around something else. It's a confusion. You're confused because the person is confusing you. They're making you feel so small that you're so confused that you don't know if this person is the right person for you, or he's not the right person, or she's not the right person. You don't know because confusion has taken over your mind, and you do not want confusion. Confusion is not the way to go. You need to be clear-minded. Me, listen, honey, I've been through a lot, and abuse was not one of them because I made sure of that. I made sure I did the 2 steps. I made sure I checked whoever needed to be checked. Because sometimes you just need to let them know. And once you let them know and they realize, okay, this is not the person to mess with, they keep it moving to the next person because the next person can deal with that. We are not gonna deal with that. I'm not gonna deal with it. I don't have the energy. I don't have the time. There's so many things that you could be doing with your life right now that does not involve somebody bringing in negative energy and bringing you down, making you feel so small that sometimes you don't even want to wake up. I don't want to live that lifestyle. I have friends that have come to me that said, man, this guy is so garbage and I can't believe he's doing this to me and blah, blah, blah. Let him go. There's so many. And sometimes these people don't know that you can let them go because they feel that they put you into this little tiny bubble that at the end of the day, they know they got you and there's nothing you can do to get out. But once you show them that you have that power, I can get out. I'm getting out. I am out. Things change and it's like they try to reel you back into that little tiny bubble again. And then you're back into that same track. Once you say you're gonna get out, you get out. Block the number. Block your Facebook, block your Instagram, block your TikTok, block everything from that person. That way, you don't feel like, oh, let me go see what that guy is doing right quick. Let me go see if he's posting someone else. Let me go see what he's doing. Once you're done with somebody, you should be done with them. You let them go and you move on with your life. Because your life is beautiful. Your life is you're ecstatic about your life. You're happy. Your life is all that you need. You are happy within yourself. You need to tell yourself, I love me. I love me. And since I love me, I'm not going to let you touch me. I'm not going to let you do anything to me. I love me more than I love you. I love me. I love my skin. I love my flawless face. I love everything about me. Once you do that, once you tell yourself that, nobody, and I mean nobody, can come to you and be like, oh, well, I love you, baby, and come on, baby, let's go do, and then they hit you, and then what? We don't want that, because we love ourselves. We're not even gonna let that into our life, period. And that's just point blank. You do not let negativity in your life. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You need to go outside and scream out, it's not worth it. Because they are not worth your time. They are not worth your energy. They are not worth your beauty. They're not worth the people around you that actually love you. They're not worth that, And sometimes, we tell these people or some of my friends, I tell them, this person may not be the right one or whatever the case is, and they don't see it, so they just keep going and going and going and going, and then all the people that's been telling them this and that person did this and that person did that, and your mom is telling you, your father's telling you, stay away from this person, stay away from that person, and you don't listen, and it turns into a thing where you're stuck. And when you do realize that you need to get out, you don't know how to get out, because you're just stuck in this bubble. You're stuck there and you're embarrassed. The embarrassment is exactly what you don't want, because once you're embarrassed and you're trying to come back and tell your family, oh, you know what, you were right. It's hard. It's hard to come back from this embarrassment. And a lot of people don't come back and they stay in it because they're so embarrassed, It's okay to come back. It's okay to tell your people, you were right, this person did exactly what you said they were gonna do and they did it. It's okay, it's okay. It's okay, life happens. You made a mistake, you didn't study the person, you didn't take all those steps, and now you are stuck in this bubble. Now you're in there, you need to get yourself out. So you go back to your people, it's okay, tell them you were right, man. Like, this person is blah, 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 and I'm not feeling them no more and I want to get out. And if they can help you, let them help you. If you need to seek counseling, seek counseling. If you need to talk to a pastor or anybody, a doctor, anybody that can listen and that will listen and that can help you, you need to talk to that person and get out, because your self-worth, your beauty, your happiness is number one. Nobody should take that away from you. Nobody should take that away from you. Tell yourself, nobody can and will take that away from me, because I am me and I made me and I made me who I am today, and I want to stay in that beautiful opening. I don't want to be in a bubble. I don't want to get stuck in a bubble. It's like prison. It's like someone's putting you in a cage and locking you up and throwing away the key. I don't want that. I don't want no one that's gonna tell me, well, you can go here, you can do this, you can do that, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. No, sirree, Bob, because I love me and I love my freedom. I love to be free. I love freedom. Free. I love being free. And your freedom opens your mind. And once your mind is open and clear, you see clearly, you do everything much better than you used to. You can breathe better, you can see better, you're active, you're more enjoyable to be around with, because when you're going through your problems, your family and your friends and everybody else is also going through the same problem with you. And sometimes you don't see it that way, and you're hurting your family, you're hurting your friends, you're hurting everybody around you, not physically but emotionally, because you're hurting. And that's something nobody wants to be around with, and people start moving away from you, and that's not what you want. That's not what you want. You don't want people running away from you. You're not a disease. You want people to be around you. You want people to love you. You want to be loved. You want to give love. So try and be as happy as you can, and being as happy as you can is bringing the positive people into your life. If you see anybody that's kind of abusive towards somebody, or you heard that they were in an abusive relationship and they did that to that person, they did this to that person, listen, it gets real deep, to the point where I know somebody that knew of a guy that killed his ex and still ended up going to date this person. Like, what are you doing, boo-boo? What's up? Why do you need that in your life? Why? There's better out there. There's so many other people that will give you more love and make you feel more loved than somebody that has done somebody wrong and you know of it, and you're still trying to talk to that person or trying to be with that person. That's not what we want. We don't want that energy. We want to be free. We want to be happy. We if you know of negativity, don't go to it. If you know of any abusive person, don't go to that person. Let that person be. Let them roll. Let them live their life. You live your life. You be happy with somebody else. Let that next girl go deal with that. Let that next guy go deal with that. We do not want that negativity around us. I don't want no negativity. Listen, my happiness is number one. And once I realized that, I stopped choosing all the wrong people. I stopped choosing wrong people, because I focused on me, and I said, my happiness, if anybody comes to my life and they're not bringing me happiness, I don't want it. My happiness is number one. Number one, number one, number one. And if I'm not happy, I don't want it. I don't want it. My happiness is number one. You need to tell yourself every day you wake up, look at yourself in the mirror and say, my happiness is number one. I come first. I need to be happy. If I'm not happy, how am I gonna make you happy? That'd be a fake ass happiness. If I'm not happy, how am I gonna make you happy? So you need to focus on yourself first. Make sure your self-thought, your self-wealth is number one, and make sure you're happy. Make sure you're happy. And don't let anybody touch you. No, you can't touch me. Don't touch me. I don't need no one touching me. Don't touch me. If you're not touching me gentle and giving me love, I don't want it. I don't want no abusiveness around me. I don't want no one that's going to be preying on my brain, making me feel all confused. Should I be with him? Should I not be with him? Should I sleep? Oh my God, should I wake up? I don't know. Oh my God, no. I need somebody that's going to make me happy, that's going to make me feel loved. And that's what we're all looking for, that love. You need someone that's going to love you. Now, if you are anybody that's going through any problem where there's abuse or anything, there's a lot of helplines that you can call to get some help, or you can talk to a pastor, you can talk to a doctor, you can talk to family members. Everyone will be there for you no matter what, and you can get out. And if you are in a serious abusive relationship where you're afraid that your life might not be able to, maybe the person might take your life, what you need to do is find an escape plan, and you get out. You get out as soon as possible. You get out any way you can. Don't let them know. Don't be hyping up and be like, hey, I'm gonna let you go and I'm gonna escape and I'm gonna no. when you're dealing with someone as abusive as that can take your life, you find a better escape. You leave when they don't know that you're leaving. You slowly pick up your stuff little by little and you go. You don't stay in that zone. Yet again, talk to a counselor, talk to someone that deals with mental health, talk to someone that can help you. There's doctors, there's a lot of resources now. You can go out there and get them. Stay safe, stay blessed, and be happy. Number one, be happy. We out. Dogs collect.